Hello, welcome to American Baker in Germany, and today we're making a chocolate cake with chocolate buttercream in the form of half of a soccer ball. And this is for twin girls' birthdays. No, it's not for both of them. I'm doing them separately. So stay tuned for another video of her sister's birthday cake. I questioned them separately and asked them what they would like to have for their birthday cakes. I feel like twins in particular need to have their own individual cakes because they share everything else. So let's go. First thing we're going to do is ice and stack the cake. So I have a piece of cardboard here that I've covered in tin foil, and I'm going to use that as a cake board. And here I have some prepared chocolate buttercream. This is American buttercream that I've just added some cocoa to. I tend to use baker's cocoa instead of chocolate because I have a lactose intolerant child. So the first layer, it's a little sticky. First layer is actually a flat round layer, but the other one I baked in a sphere pan. Now, in freezing it, what I did is, this is the sphere cake, and I cut it into 2 layers. They're not even layers. Don't expect them to be. A sphere is not going to give you even layers. The only problem with it is it's a little bit not quite flat, as you can see. That's from freezing it. It was up against something or other that pushed it on one side before it was frozen solid. There's not so much you can do about that until you wait until it's no longer frozen. But what you can do is before you crumb coat it and chill it, you can carve it a little bit if you need to, just to be a little more of a sphere and less of an ovalish like this one is. I might actually do that because that's sticking out kind of far on one side. So I think I'll get a serrated knife and trim it down a bit, just a bit, after it's filled and before you crumb coat it. There you go. Yeah, see, like that's a little bit lopsided. It's like longer this way than it is this way. I don't know if you can tell. So if you see, it's on an oval. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chill it at this point in the fridge, not in the freezer. And then I'm going to get a serrated knife and carve it just a little bit to be the shape that I want it to be. Because we want a soccer ball, we don't want like an American football. So we're going to do that right now. Alright, let's see if we're ready now. I have 2 different knives here. I have a large serrated knife, this is a bread knife. And I have a small serrated knife, and this is actually a steak knife. Both of them are going to be very helpful. I'm going to start with the large one to cut off the big pieces. I use this knife as well to level cakes. I know there are cake levelers, but I'm not actually a fan of them. Oh, that's better. Yeah, I like that. Much, much better. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up, and then we're gonna crumb coat it and chill. I crumb coat the cake with chocolate buttercream and chill it to allow it to set. Then I ice the cake with a bit more buttercream and spend some time smoothing it around the sphere. Then I place it on my final cake board, sticking it down with a bit of buttercream. Go. Actually, that's pretty centered. And I kept the board reasonably clean, as opposed to my turntable. So I'm going to clean up again. We're going to chill this cake, and we'll be back. While the cake is chilling, we would cut out some of the pieces of the soccer ball. I have a couple of different soccer ball cutter sets, and all of them come with a hexagon cutter and a pentagon cutter. See, the sides match up and they go together. So in case you're not familiar with a soccer ball. They have black pentagons and white hexagons. And so I've already started cutting out a few of the black pentagons, and I'm just using a knife to help me pick them up just to get it started so I don't warp them too much. If they get warped a little bit, you can always, kind of squish it back into place. Now, you don't need that much black, so I'm not making too many of the pentagons. Just barely. And then I'll make the white hexagons. If you're making a soccer ball cake, I highly recommend getting a set of these cutters, whatever size you may need. I have 3 different ones because I know a lot of soccer fans. I live in Germany, in case you couldn't tell by the name of the channel. So, I'm going to leave that for now. If I need some more, I'll cut some more later. And I'll start on the white. And then we'll get our cake back out. There's our cake, nice and chilled, nothing coming off on my finger. Now fondant has 0 trouble sticking to buttercream. So I'm going to start with the soccer ball on the top, and typically, and the easiest way I've found is to start on the very top with a black square. It's not a square, it's a pentagon, the black pentagon. Whatever shape that is. And then move around, matching up the sides, the hexagons. And try to match up both sides. If you have 2 seams, one here, one there. I had to roll out a bit more white to finish up the top of the soccer ball. So, navy blue. As I said, this would be a great cake to make for a boy as well. This is very gender neutral. I roll out the navy blue in a long strip, wide enough to cover the rest of the cake, and trim one side to be straight. Oh, that's not too bad. I do have a few gaps, and it didn't quite roll the way around. But it's not too bad. I don't want to do too much embellishment on the bottom, so I'm trying to get it completely flush on the bottom, so I don't have to add some sort of something or other. I roll out another small piece to fill in the gap and place it to meet up both ends of the blue. Then I cut the seam in a straight line so there's no overlap. Then I use a small piece of fondant to fill the last gap. I chose the letters for the girl's name and the number 8 and cut them out of pale yellow fondant. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, the A's and the R and a couple other letters, they don't cut out the center piece. I don't know why. So I have to press it in there. It's on it, but it's half as deep as the rest of it, and I can't get it out on the first try. I just don't know why they do that. It makes it very difficult to use the cutter. It doesn't come out that. If it at least made an impression that I could follow, I would use the knife. But it doesn't. It doesn't even make an impression. So it just doesn't do anything at all. I placed the rest of the letters on the blue banner and the number 8 on the top. I was really pleased with the final result, and most importantly, the birthday girl was happy with it as well. Well, that's not too bad. Now let's cut it and see this. I can show you that. What you do is you cut through both layers of fondant if you possibly can. I think I only got one there. Well, that explains why. Okay, that was a mistake. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull it off, I'm going to shift it down. Because I made a mistake. It's okay. Everybody makes mistakes sometimes. Okay. There we go. Yeah. See, like that's a little bit lopsided. It's like longer this way than it is this way. I don't know if you can tell, but it's definitely, you know, whoops, that didn't happen. That will get cut.